Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and today we're back with the 1971 Honda CB350 that needed some assembly required. It looks like it needs some more. Stay with us. Okay guys, so we're back with the 1971 CB350, finishing it up, and we have it apart right now. We need to change the tube in the rear tire. It's got a leak, so we've got to do that. So that's why the rear wheel is off. We took the tank, side covers, and all that bit off because it runs great. You guys have seen that. It runs really good. But the only problem we had was that this carb on this side, the right side, did not leak while it was running. When you would stop running, every now and then it would start to leak. So the needle was probably stuck after on cue it starts leaking again. No, it may have been just hit that. That's weird, huh? That's the first time it leaked. It hadn't leaked and the fuel was on. Like when we would turn it off, it would start to leak. And so we pulled the tank off, side covers off, all that business off, so we get this carb off so we can inspect it. And this is what we found. Okay guys, we have the carb off of my friend's CB350, and he couldn't figure out why it wouldn't stop leaking. And if you watch way down in here on the needle seat, watch how it moves when it comes up and down. You see the whole seat is moving. It's because the clamp that holds it down is upside down. So let's flip it over and see if it makes a difference. So guys, that's just a simple, it's a very simple mistake. I wouldn't even, it's a 50-50 chance. You're in a hurry, you're putting these things back together, you don't think about it. And if you've been having a leaky carb, you're changing everything else out and it's still leaking, I can see how it could be frustrating. I know on my CB550, I bought 2 wiring harnesses to determine I had a blown fuse. So what happened is ordered a wiring harness. It had some business going on when the sub harness in the back and had a switch on it. We couldn't figure out what it did, so I said, let me just change it out. I was planning on changing it out anyway, but one day I rode it, parked it in the driveway, and then it wouldn't start again. And so I said, it's time to change that. Ordered in the wiring harness, accidentally threw it away. Ordered another wiring harness, and before I go any further, you guys may be saying, how do you accidentally throw it away? It just happens, right? And who knows? Ordered another one to put it all back together to find out I had a blown fuse. So what I'm saying is that there are things that happen, man. You get caught up doing stuff and you just overlook things. It's just what happens. So once we found out that retaining clip was upside down, flipped that over. Bob's your uncle, we've been good. It doesn't leak. We're nice and solid. It runs good. So now we're putting it all back together, finishing up all the things that we have to do. So what we have to do, obviously, we've got to put the rear wheel back on as soon as we change the tire. It's the tube. It's out in the sun, warming up. And then while the tank's off, I'm going to go ahead and adjust the cam chain tensioner. We're just going to do that. It's super simple. And then we're going to adjust the valves and the timing just to check it all out. While it's in this state, why not? It's so much easier. So that's what we're going to be doing. And then we should be riding it for the first time today so that Scott can come pick it up. So we just have to pop these 2 covers off. Okay, so we just got the cam chain tensioner adjusted. Let's see if I can get you in there where you can actually see it. This guy back here. And guys, it's super simple. All you have to do is locate 90 degrees past top dead center on the left side. And then you got 2, here I'll point to them. You got these 2 guys right here. Loosen up the lock nut, loosen up that 10 millimeter bolt. And this is a 12, that's a 10 millimeter. Back them up and then screw it back in. It's super simple. Okay guys, so we're adjusting the valves on the CB350. Again, we already did, The values are 2000s and 4000s on 2 on the intake side. I don't know if you can see that. So I like to use the 3 and the 5 for a 2 and a 4. I'd rather err on the loose side than the tight side. So set them first with the on this case on the intake on the exhaust with the 5, and I'll come back and check it with the 4, make sure it's good. Gives me a little bit more wiggle room, if you will. Okay, so I've got the 5 in the exhaust valve, and so now I'm just going to adjust this guy to tighten it up to where I get some drag, and I like it to be able to fit in there but have a good bit of drag, so when I get the 4 in, it'll be better. And then holding it there, before I get to the final tie, I just had it really loose. I just want to make sure this is still good, nice and tight. Still slides in and out. Holding it, and then tighten that guy down. This is really simple to do. Grab the 4, pull that one out, and then check to make sure I'm still there. Again, I'd rather err on the loose side than the tight side. Again, that goes in nice and easy, the 4. So that's where I'd want to be. Now all we have to do, rotate the engine all the way around to the compression stroke on the left, and do the same thing on the other side. If you've never done this before, don't worry about it. It's super simple. It's so simple they put it in the owner's manuals, right? This is actually an owner's manual for a 360, just because I had it on the counter, and I just wanted to show you. It has all the instructions right here, exactly how to do it. And if you just, like I said before, if you've never done it before, you can follow these instructions. There's really great videos online that you can do, and it just shows you, tells you exactly what to do all the way around. The instructions are there for you, so don't be afraid of it. Guys, with the tappet covers that I'm putting on right now, there's O-rings in here. They don't have to be tightened down like your He-Man.
By the power of Grayskull.
Just snug them up. Okay, now we're going to set the ignition timing, and we have their fire marks, your timing marks. All I'm going to do is turn the key on. I've got, doing the left one, I've got my test light hooked up to it and just stuck in that hole right there. And I'm just going to turn it, and then now we're coming up. This is our fire mark. We want the light to come on right when we hit the fire mark, which is right there, which is right on. It may be a little before, but so we want it to come on right when it hits there. That's good in the hood. We probably want to be about right there. So guys, this is the way I like to check the ignition timing. This is also the way I check to make sure my points are working just from the beginning, just using a test light. Hook it up to the connector on the points, which I have over there, and then ground the other end, which I have, just stick it in the hole. And then I can just open if the key is on, then I can just open the points and the light will come on. See, my light will come on. So if I'm trying to diagnose why an engine isn't running when I get one, all I have to do is, if I've got power to it, I can make sure I've got power going all the way to here just by a test light and just opening and closing the points. Now, I may have to clean the points, but I can do that right here. I don't have to try to get it to run, don't have to look for spark. I know that it's going to here. Now the next test is, does it make it all the way to here? And that would be what I would do to when I was getting one running. Let me see if I can connect this back up. And now what I'm going to do is just turn it over. I just want it to fire right when I get to the F. Here's my mark, my pointer right here, and I just want to go right to the F. So I'm going to go here, until it gets right there, and that's right on the F. I'm right there. That's all I want. You can adjust the points. You can set the point gap. I found that this way is pretty easy. Guys, this is the way I do it. Doesn't make it the right way, it just makes it my way, right? It's figure out what works best for you. This is a solution, doesn't make it the solution. So whatever's gonna work and get you to the point of a riding motorcycle, that's winning. This way is super easy. Super easy, and like I said before, I can use this to diagnose and to troubleshoot bits and pieces of my ignition system just when I first get a motorcycle, making sure that I'm getting power that's coming from the battery all the way down to the points, through the coil to the points, just by being able to do that just with a test light and just opening and closing the points. It's still on the fire mark, so that's why the light's coming on. So pretty simple, pretty easy. This is set up, so now it's putting the gas tank back on and the rear wheel, and we should be good to go. So guys, just putting on the master link, pair of pliers, just grab on the end of the post and the back end of the master link, and then just push it on. See, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going. There you go, just like that. Easy peasy. Well, you don't bend it up or anything like that. Now the master link is on. We're all good. Okay, let's take this guy for a ride.